Good morning, guys. I am going back today to that Rattlesnake Mountain. I've kind of nicknamed it. Over the last couple of days, well, really, to last night, the temperature dipped quite a bit. When I had done the hike and I lost the drone, it was in the upper 70s, nearly 80 degrees. So, oops, sorry. Snakes and everything were really, really active then. And so I am coming out here today because the temperature has really snapped. It is right here in the valley bottom. It is like 46, 47 degrees. It's like almost 9 o'clock. The high today in, Ogden, the closest bigger town, is supposed to be like 53. But the mountaintops have some snow. So my hope and suspicion is that up on top, it should remain in the low 40s, maybe even in the 30s, basically all day, due to elevation changes and stuff. And with the snow and everything, it's going to be a long time for the snakes to come out of there, which really has given me a fresh opportunity. If you don't know why I'm going back to the same trail, it is because I lost my drone. I'd only had it for about 2 weeks, now it's 3 weeks, and today is a rescue mission. I need to get it back. I have like 5 pounds of rice in my backpack and a gallon like Ziploc bag, and my whole goal is to get it before like the frost melts and stuff, and then like blow it off, stick it in the bag of rice for like 3 or 4 days, get one of those aerosol cans of compressed air, and blow it clean of all that dust so it doesn't create any shorts or anything, because the battery's already dead. We know that for a fact, obviously, that's why it crashed. So we're gonna try to rescue it, dry it off, clean it off, and then see if it's alive after putting a new battery in it. So that's the goal today. I am starting the day with a whole lot of bad luck back to back. Pretty frustrated. For one, I've got a bit of a cold. So that stinks. And that'll make everyone a little annoyed. But as I was packing up all my crap this morning for my hike, the rescue mission, everything was going slower than I wanted it to. I felt like I had this huge race on my hand, and I kind of do. But, I've learned this lesson, but I forget it a lot too every time I learn it. The more you feel like you're on a timetable, the more you rush, but the more work you make for yourself, rendering all your effort like futile. So yeah, I was rushing, forgetting one thing after another. I get here and you know, I'm all in a frenzy. And I'm trying to get stuff out of my car, my backpack and such. And I thought I had left, there's like a little screw or bolt that goes on the GoPro to attach it to whatever adapter you need. And I thought I had left it, so then I wouldn't even be able to bring you guys along. And that was infuriating. I wasn't gonna go back there. I need the drone bad. I want to save it if I can, or at least send it off for repairs. So I was frustrated about that. I ripped my fitness watch off, and like it had actually come undone. Here there's like a little threaded bolt that goes in there, and I was trying to put it back, you know. Of course, upset, and the more upset you get, the worse you make it all. That's kind of like the lesson here. And one nice feature I discovered on it was there's a like captured spring in it, and so you can compress it and then it'll fit right in there perfectly, and you expand it and you're fine. Thank you for that. Or else I would have been pretty mopey. So I was able to do that. That was nice. And then I was taking my winter coat off because I expect it to get cold. Right now I just have a long sleeve shirt on, and I'm taking my keys out of my pocket, they're jangling too much. Long sleeve shirt on, and put in this pocket, I guess. And there you go, perfect. Darn it, I'm still rattling. That's the nice thing about all these pockets. Everything can have its own spot. So, anyway, oh, quiet, that's nice. Basically, I've just been throwing off my game a lot. And if I don't cool my jets, I feel like I'm gonna make a lot of work for myself. I need to not outpace myself. Last thing I need to do is accidentally hurt myself because I'm in a rush. That would be tragic. So yeah, I did not pack a lunch this time. I need to be back hopefully around lunchtime. We'll see how that goes, because we have some paperwork to sign for the house at 3 o'clock. I mean, obviously I'll get back with plenty of time, but I'm hoping to be home around 1 or so. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, my expectation is, due to this cold snap, the frost and everything, I shouldn't have the rattlesnake problem I had. So I would be safe returning to the fold and trying to recover my drone without risk of death. When I got home after my rattlesnake debacle, I did look up how much anti-venom cost. Apparently there's like one actual brand that hospitals use called anti-venom. Want to guess how much it cost? like $3,200. And apparently when they try and relocate rattlesnakes, they don't bring the anti-venom with them. I don't know what the reasoning is, but they don't. So that was interesting. One thing I learned was rattlesnakes are protected out here in Utah. So I started getting really worried about my running with them. And if I get in trouble, luckily Utah's not ridiculous. If you're in danger and stuff, you are allowed to defend yourself against them. And the one I came face to face with, which is, if you remember, that was the first time, because there was 2 occasions. First time it was face to face, you know. It was a really dangerous situation, so I acted, and I did kill him. But that would be fine according to that rule, so that's good. The second one, if you remember, it was on video. I slid down the hill and I freaked out because I almost slid right into him. And luckily I was up on like a little shelf, maybe 2 feet tall. So if there wasn't that shelf, I would have slid into him and been bit. It would have been game over. So I just yeeted out of there. You know, I ran like heck, and I didn't shoot that one, but that would have been a guaranteed bite if the geography wasn't in my favor. So I was very fortunate. It smells amazing out here, all these wildflowers. It's cold and damp out, so there's all that flower aroma and stuff is like in the air all around me. That makes this hike really nice. I'm already sweating a lot, but I have the same stupid 2-liter bladder on me with the bad mouthpiece, so that's annoying. I did bring a Gatorade and a Monster for if I take a serious break. I can kind of reward myself, but yeah. I apologize if you were hoping for a new trail for this week, but I think you would agree. For one, it's entertaining to see if I get it back. For two, the drama and suspense of going back to such a horrible place should be interesting. And then, you know, economically, we all agree that I looked it up, how much it actually cost. My GoPro was $250 because it was a refurbish. The actual Mavic Mini SE was like $299, but I got 3 extra batteries, a special charger so I can charge them all together, a bunch of extra propellers, and then let me see, what else did I get for it? Huge memory card. So even if the drone's a wash, you know, let's say it's broke and I have to have it repaired or whatever, oh well, hopefully that memory card's good still so I get the footage back. And then also I'd be, you know, I'd have more storage again because I think the GoPro shipped with like a 28 or 32 gig mini SD card. And I filmed a bunch of extra videos, like 7 or so. One of them you've already seen. It's me giving a tour of the house and explaining like some projects we have in mind there. Then there's also reviews on stuff, backpack, an update video about this hike. That'll be obviously posted before this hike. And like a mini review of the Mini SE. I was not expecting it to cool off again because it's the end of May now, but it has. So, you know, hence why I'm trying to rescue it. My family, I should say my brother-in-law and my sister, were like, oh, you know, that darn wind, you know, those drones get whipped around or about. I'm like, well, no, the toys do, because their sons crashed a bunch of them. These, like DJIs or any of these like film recording ones, they have like really good software and hardware for bucking wind. And they'll just kind of shift like this barely if there's a strong wind. So like, you know, it wasn't the wind. It was, I found this out. Drones, their battery has like a parasitic drain. Even if it's turned off and fully charged, as it sits, if you fully charged it and like you did what I did, which is like wait 5 more days before using it, that battery has lost like, you know, a huge chunk of its charge. You have to charge it before you use it, like pretty immediately. So I didn't look at it when I sent it 1,500 meters out, literally way, like right down there. I flew it all the way back to the trailhead and back to where we're going. And it whooped its butt on energy. So, and if I had flown it to the right spot, to me, it would have worked. I know that the return to home wasn't working. Thing is, I had it flying really high. So I don't know if return to home works when you're on top of a mountain and you know, elevation's already super high, you know, because normally it's set as like a factory setting, 20 meters above you to get back to you. So theoretically, if you're using it in your neighborhood, it clears houses, easy peasy, and just makes a beeline back to you. That wasn't working when I was flying it, and I was like, oh crap, just hit return to home and it'll find its way back to me real easy. It wasn't working. So I had to manually direct it back to me, and I sent it, as I said in the video, about 80 meters like west of my location. The elevation was perfect, but yeah, I lost it because of that, and there was like no battery left. So hopefully it's pretty easy to find. We've had some really strong winds and stuff the last few days, so I imagine if it was like sitting on top of a bush or a tree, I know it wasn't like an evergreen tree because I could still see its photo, like its last picture it made. It wasn't in an evergreen. It was in one of these like dead gray looking scraggly bushes. So as long as I'm close enough to see it, it shouldn't be hidden from me. But I'm gonna start probably pretty low looking for it and work my way up. And also check that like little ravine that was way too densely grown because of, and I didn't want to go in there in fear of, that would literally be like the rattlesnake's den. But this time with it being so cold, I feel safe doing so. So we'll see. I mean, I have expectations I actually find it today. Yeah, so this cold is kind of whooping me, as you can hear. So I apologize. Me and my fiance and my coworkers are kind of just passing a cold back and forth. Oh, so one of the videos I recorded was a review of the Ido Gear pants and shirt that I wore on our first hike. And so I did a review of that saying I like it. And I mentioned how I'd ordered a second pair. I'm wearing it today. It's like a black multicam. I think it looks really cool. You know, like, you know how a lot of military clothing winds up becoming like fashion? For instance, the pea coat, that was a Navy coat, obviously. I think they're called chukkas. It's a type of boot that the British wore in Africa. Those are like a dress boot nowadays. All sorts of like of those zip up sweaters with like the shoulder pad kind of stuff. That's like a Eastern Bloc style of military clothing. All sorts of berets, clearly. All sorts of clothing is actually from military. I think this stuff is super fashionable. Like, I know I get weird looks wearing it to a restaurant, but dude, I think it looks awesome. It's like wearing a, you know, a jersey or something for your favorite sports team. Like, yeah, certainly not like something you wear to a sit down fancy restaurant, but like a burger joint or something. I'd wear this, like this get up. I think it looks cool. I know I'm a dork. So, where are you at for battery? About half. That's good. I'm going for 23 minutes. Sorry for all the sniffling. Also breathing hard, and with it being slightly cold, your nose is naturally going to be a little runny. So, yeah, I have a pretty aggressive pace this time around. As I said, like, I have to be careful not to strain myself. I've got a lot of things to do this weekend, and being injured isn't one of them. So, yeah, Yeah, so I have a bunch of videos I plan on uploading. There are a lot of reviews and stuff. What my goal is to upload these videos kind of intermittently in between the hikes and stuff, as a way to just keep traffic coming back to the channel, because that's good for the algorithm. And I've had a lot of problems with uploading stuff this week. I actually successfully uploaded the snippet surrounding when I lost the drone and we were looking for it, and it was a run into rattlesnakes. It's like a 30-minute video. I stupidly hadn't had audio turned on when I exported it to be uploaded to YouTube. Rookie mistake. I'm learning all these lessons the hard way. I also tried uploading the full hike. It said it was too big or something. It shouldn't be. It was long. I mean, it was everything captured on the SD card. So it was like 3.5 hours. What the problem is I was trying to upload via Wi-Fi, not using my Ethernet cable. And basically it was just taking too long. This is a good sign. There's frost on this grass. This is one of those campsites I mentioned on the first hike up here. So that tells me we're making good time. Which obviously is excellent. But yeah, I'm messing with the shirt. It's got elbow pads in it, and just trying to adjust it. Anyway, I did that. It didn't work. Uploaded the shorter video because I want it to go first as like a teaser, and it was muted, so I had to re-upload it. Well, started to re-upload it this morning. It's one of the reasons why I got frazzled. I realized I needed that big SD card for this hike, so I get to I had to stop it, eject it, and take it with me. And I swear to God, if I accidentally like deleted a hard drive or something, or the video I captured on this, I would be so upset. But I'm pretty confident I hadn't. But you know, that's how things have been going. So, would I be surprised? No. Would I be upset? Yes. I really thought there'd be some like snow so far, and that would have been pretty. Unfortunately, there's not. Oh well. So, as of right now, I certainly don't need my winter coat I packed. Oh, that was a bird. So, I don't know. Today's been one of those days so far. Hopefully my luck turns. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope the video, I'm sorry, I hope that my audience grows beyond just like family and friends. I feel like this kind of stuff is entertaining, and for people who may not be able to get outside due to like health reasons or not have the time or whatever, not live in the right area, I hope they find this stuff. I hope, you know, it's a form of escapism for them, and it's good for other people's mental health. You know, I've got family who is too old, or, you know, obviously lives very far away. They may not be able to walk or whatever. I feel like this is good for people like that. And just people who, you know, a lot of people like kind of these binge-worthy long things to listen to while they're doing other stuff. So I do think there is an audience for this. Just have to reach them, you know, and can't reach them without like building up your library, showing consistency, and then it'll start slowly finding people. So we'll see. I figured the rattlesnake crap and this mountain escapade is interesting and click-worthy. Not that I ever intended this to go this way, but I don't know. It would work, I feel like, to reach people. I don't want to seem cheesy or kind of cringeworthy. It's all legit, but I feel like a lot of people are like, what? You know, and want to find out. So, and then, you know, they learn to like you, so they watch. Oh, there's someone right there. Oh, how you doing? Good. Trying to find my lost drone.
Drone?
Yeah, I lost it like last week, so I'm trying to go up there since it's cold. It was like surrounded by rattlesnakes.
Rattlesnakes?
Yeah, dude. Like 2 of them. So,
Really?
yeah, with it being cold now, I think might be a little safer.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. Yeah. That guy must have been up here like hunting birds, I guess. Don't ask me what season it is, I don't know. I'm not a hunter. I always wanted to do it. It's a pricey hobby. You need to have a buddy kind of take you under their wing and show you around. So, I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. I always thought it'd be cool out here. There's like called a bounty on coyote. They're a big nuisance. I'd love to hunt them. You know, you can use like an AR-15 for that. That's right up my alley. They're clever. They're pretty. But, you know, just like any hobby, it's finding someone to help you get started. Tell you what, since our last video in the world, Ukraine and all that has slowed down a bit. Not slowed down, I should say, it's kind of achieving a status quo. Hopefully it doesn't escalate anymore, because no escalation is better than, you know, escalation. I'd take that over the alternative for sure. I, of course, would prefer peace and everyone to go home. I don't know if that's happening. So, we'll see. There's a monkeypox thing starting. We'll see if that turns into the next big pandemic. That would be interesting. I've only heard about it for like the last 2 days, so it's extremely recent. And anything pox-worthy. They say that smallpox vaccines are like 85% effective. It's an interesting data point given that it's only had like 100 cases so far. But if it's anything like smallpox, it would be so dangerous. But typically, highly dangerous viruses like that burn themselves out before it becomes a mass contagion. But who knows? Interestingly, I think it was smallpox that like really saw the first experiments with vaccination or like purposeful exposure to achieve immunity. Then in like the Revolutionary War or Civil War, they would get some like goop, gross pus or whatever from smallpox from someone infected and like cut a soldier, just give him with a knife or something, cut him and like just kind of like rub it on there, and somehow it's supposed to like maybe because it was out and exposed to the air, it died, but rubbing it in the wound would you know, your antibodies, your white blood cells would latch onto it, identify it, and learn how to fight it. I don't know, but I know that one was, smallpox is a real killer. So hopefully this isn't like that. Again, sorry if I'm burping. How you doing? Your battery's getting a little low. We're at about 40 minutes right now. So anyway, and then Sri Lanka is out of fuel and food, and they're like attacking their leadership and torturing and killing them. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there's a lot of conversations and talks about whether or not we're gonna have a massive global food shortage, coupled with the inflation, war tensions. This year could get really bad. There's a possibility of shipping shortages from China. Their ports overseas in China have been locked down for weeks now, and it's supposed to start hitting here now. Again, just like it did a year or two ago. So we will see. Personally, I think it's important to be prepared for food shortages or financial hardship, you know. Dave Ramsey talks about having like a little nest egg to float you for like 6 months if you lose your job or something. I think it would be good to also ooh, hold on. This is steep. Have food. Because with inflation, it's never going to be cheaper than it was yesterday, you know? So if you can afford it, if you have the space, I'd say go ahead and get yourself some in case things get bad. Especially if like there's another lockdown or something. I was out in Maryland and I went to 4 stores every day for 3 weeks. All I was able to buy was a bag of rice and some beans. We almost completely ran out of toilet paper. We were down to 1 roll. I had to stay up all night, get in line at a Smith's. I think it was Smith's out there, I don't know, which is essentially Kroger. And stand outside of there from like 3 until 5 when they opened and get myself toilet paper that way. But Maryland, more specifically California, Maryland, is near the Pax River Naval Base. It's way down one of the peninsulas. It's like a little finger, and there's like one main highway going down there. So it was really wrought with logistical problems. So that sobered me up, and that got me into wanting to, you know, maintain a certain inventory. But all right, guys, I'm gonna change the battery real quick, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, bye. All right, guys, that last video is just me huffing and puffing my way up the hill. I didn't even speak. I was trying to get up here so fast, so I'm going to probably delete that. We made it up to the top. That Sardine Peak in front of us, you can see there's more snow on it than there was last week. But there's no snow up here, so it's cool, but not cold. So I should get looking before it gets warm. So come on with me, and let's try and find that freaking drone. So I think the first place to look is probably going to be in that ravine where it was like really filled with brush. And then maybe go lower down. So you can see there's a bit more green here now than there was just a few days ago, which does not help. Maybe it'll contrast with the drone some more, or maybe it'll just I don't know. Let's get going. Try not to psych myself out. Ooh, slippery. See, right in there is where I think the drone might be. Try not to slip. Tell you what, if I find it, I'm taking a nice little break because I worked my tail off getting up here. Of course, that's after I get somewhere safe. So, yeah, I'm theorizing it could be in there. Oh, boy. Let's go this way. Ooh, slippery. There's obviously quite a grade here. I'm having to hold on to every little branch as I go by. All right, oh. So, I was thinking it could be in here somewhere, or right over there, beyond those two big boulders in that tree. It's going to be better if I go up and then down into it. Then that's just really steep right there, and I don't think it's there. It could even just be right underneath those two cliffs right there. But first thing first, I need to get lower and further over to the west. Nice thing is, it is cool. Not on this side of the mountain. It's still pretty cool over here. So I'm not as concerned about snakes, but it's on the back of my mind. Of course. All right. So, let's see. Is it like in there? No. Yeah, B. No, it's not down there. All right. Should I go up and down or down and up? Up and down is a little bit more clear. Oh. Oh. Gosh. Huh. Oh, shoot. So, I don't see it yet. I have to go down, it looks like. No time like the present, huh? So, like, I don't see it up here at all. So I want to go down into here. This is the ravine where I had a pretty strong hunch it was down here, but it was like prime rattlesnake territory at the time. Now it's significantly cooler. They should be like in our little holes. Do I see it yet? No, I do not. I'm looking up in these trees as well. Oh, geez, old Pete's. This is a nightmare. No, I don't see it yet. Well, I'm sure every bit of wildlife for the next half mile knows where I'm at. So the question is, do I keep going down this ravine some more and then just come up underneath that cliff, or do I just, because the cliff should be like right here, but I would prefer to go down first and then walk over and kind of do like passes, like almost like I'm doing a typewriter style, but up and down a hill, just because there's a good chance it's made its way down the hill over the last couple of days with this weather. There. Oh boy. Jeez. This is fun, guys. This is legitimate trailblazing. Well, I don't think it went down any further than this, so let's start going over. Oh, that's like a lizard or something that ran up the hill. Definitely wasn't a snake. This is steep. So there is a little, you can't see it right now, but there's a shelf right there too. So maybe I walk down to that, just take a quick glance down, because right now this is just so thick I can't really see up to see if there is my drone suspended in a tree or anything. Oh, God. Are we having fun yet, guys? All right. Go. So, ooh, slippery. Not really slippery. It's the slope is so steep, and the soil is so soft. You just kind of, it just kind of goes out from under you. So, let me go down a little further and see. But I think this is like prime territory for the drone to be at. Let's just hope I'm right and I find it and get out of here. All right. Oh, geez. I'm just looking down right now, guys. You know, if I weren't so worried about rattlesnakes, I would really like this spot. I'm hanging over the cliff looking down. I'm on all fours right now, that's why you're probably just staring at this boulder. So, I don't think this is the cliff I was looking at on the camera. I think it's going to be above. Yeah, so if you remember, like the rattlesnake was up there somewhere. And this is that cliff I've been looking down into the ravine the whole time. This is the ravine I just walked down and I walked over this way. I don't see it here. So now it's walking up towards what I think those two cliffs were, you know, the lower one and the higher one. I think it's somewhere right around there. So I need to just walk straight up into it and hopefully I see it. I think the best way is to just go straight up from here. So let's get going. Oh boy. Ow, being stabbed. Oh boy. No. Every animal in the state of Utah knows I'm here, which is fine by me. So, up there, I think it could be up there somewhere. I don't know. If you remember, the elevation was pretty even with me. So Little lizards scare me, man. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just keep going up. I'm gonna go over here and look around. No. So, yeah, I'm thinking like here's a perfect spot for it. I know I've been saying it for a while. Perfect spot, but these are the areas I was thinking it could be in. It just happens to be a generous area. It's a really big evergreen here to my left. I mean, huge. And I just wonder if it could be in there. I don't know. Yeah. Drones are like a bad pet that doesn't come, they'll run away. Right when you think it's, you know, grown out of the troublesome phase, starts acting up again, you know, it's like, oh, great. That's how I feel right now, looking for this sucker. And I do have an expectation to find it today. Shoot. Oh boy. Yeah. Ow. Well, there goes my glasses. Damn. Oh. There's the second cliff. The two cliffs I saw. That would make a lot of sense. Oh. Ugh. So you can see, these are those cliffs I was looking at originally. There's two layers of them, which is what I thought I was looking at. But then I look over here, got plenty of cliffs over there too. One thing at a time. Well, if I have to go to the second set of cliffs, I should at least be thorough up here and then run over. It looks a lot easier to traverse over there. But let's head up first. This is so steep. There's really not a lot of stuff to grab onto either. Are you guys still recording? Yeah. Ooh. All right. Ow. I don't see it. All right. So I think I have to go over here. I'm gonna see if I can get up top though first, you know, up there, and see if it's up there. Then I'll run over there. Luckily, that's later in the day for the sun to hit it and warm it up. So hopefully, still, you know, no snakes. Yeah. But you know, I might get lucky in this stuff too. Who really knows? Oh boy. It's amazing how invisible this drone apparently is. Who knew? I mean, as long as I just had like a line of sight to it, I could just make a beeline for it and be out of here. Right now, I still haven't even spotted it. Yeah. This is a pain. So, no, I've not found it yet. Obviously. So much fun. Yeah. Ow, sharp rock. So, I'm trying to climb up here. This is steep. Oh, great. Maybe I should have brought my spotting scope. But there's so many crevasses here. You still wouldn't know if it's tucked down in one of those. Huh. There's something in that tree over there. Crap. Yeah. So, if I want to see if it's up there, I have to climb up there. Which I think I should do because this way's to get over there. It might be easier to just go up and then down rather than right across. Let's get going out. Yeah, fun. I'm just checking for critters. Rock wall climbing. Yeehaw. No snakes. Good. Makes me happy. It wasn't very tall, obviously, but you know, I'm cool. Well, no drone yet. A lot of loose rock. Well, dirt. Jeez. Oh shit. One of the branches broke right when I was at the top. Oh, it's a decent view, huh? And again, starting peak right there. Maybe I'll try and get to the top of that one day. Be really crappy to stumble upon not only a rattlesnake, but a mountain lion up here. He would have dipped a long time ago with all the noise I've made. They do not like people, they're very shy. On the plus side, without the constant running into rattlesnakes, this has actually become a fun hike. Mountain climbing, all this, rock climbing. But no sign of the drone yet. So you see these shrubs, evergreens, whatever you want to call them. I thought there were bushes or shrubs just like that when I was flying the drone, and I started to strafe it that way because I thought it was the ones that were in front of that little campfire I was at. So that's why I thought over here in that ravine would be where the drone was at. I don't know. At this point, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Nice view though. It's a nice view when there's no rattlesnakes. Oh, slipping. Shit, there's one. That was funny that I even mentioned it. Yeah, that rock right there, there's a rattlesnake under there. He's, I guess still asleep. That's why I'm here at this time, when it's cold. Because they essentially hibernate when it gets like below 50. But it'll start getting warmer again. And then they'll become active. So, yeah. I guess he's too tired to even rattle his tail, or too sluggish because of the cold. So, I'm in luck. Because that means he's too tired or too sluggish to be fast and bite you. Or he froze to death. Because he would have been exposed to 30-degree weather. I'm pretty sure that would kill him. You know, they're supposed to go in holes in the ground, not stay under rocks. But that gives me some confidence that even if I run into them still, they should be too lethargic to attack me. All right. They love these rocky bits though. That's one thing I'm learning. And this is prime rocky bits right here. Now I'm like, I don't know, 15 feet above where he was. He was on the other side of that bush underneath the rock. But if there's one, there's more. So I'd like to get out of the hot zone, which is this, before they all start stirring. Still haven't found my drone. Now, again, it said it was like 80 meters away. So that makes me think that that other hillside would be way too far. That's more than 80 meters from here. And that's the other reason why I like walking up the hill. The rocks, oh, you're getting low. The rocks that they could be hiding under, you see clearer and you see if there's anything under it before you accidentally step in front of it and then they feel threatened. So, hey, I'm gonna pause you and swap out batteries, okay? Bye. All right, guys, we're back. Just swapped out batteries. Look. I still think this is probably the correct spot. I just have to find the drone. Because I don't think I could have flown it that far over and it read out it being like 80 meters away. That would be ridiculous. You agree? Good. Let's get some water. Ah, darn it. I'm not a fan of this hydration bladder. All right. So, let's go up. We're going to go up and then go right a bit and look down again. Because I still think this is it. We'll see. Can try and stay away from our no-legged friends. So, you know, I am not a fan of them. Freak me out. I don't know if locals who are awesome hikers get freaked out by them, but I do. You see that hole right there? I don't think that's a snake. I think that's like a mammal. Dug that out. Oh man, to like stumble upon the drone now would be perfect. You know, it's really surprising that snake weren't dead. Like something didn't eat it. Because being exposed like that, and he can't do anything because he's frozen. Even a raccoon or something could eat him safely, you know? So he may have been dead. Truth be told, I think I'm higher than, I think that's the hill that we like hung out at. No, that is? One of these are, but I'm higher than I need to be now, right? I don't know. I walked down and up and down and wiggled so much, it's kind of hard to say now. I would say this, no drone yet. Really hope this drone reveals itself here soon. Okay, no rattlesnakes. All right. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm too high. Ooh. Maybe just walk straight down here and maybe just go like that around this way, because I think that is where that dirt bike trail continues on and it goes up. So I do think I'm too high now. As long as it didn't go berserk and fly somewhere crazy. I don't know, but again, really nice view. I hope it's still cold enough to where we don't have to worry about snakes. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I wonder if that right there, that looks like the cliff edge. The high one. That's the case. I just really overcorrected when I circled around and went up. Oh! What do you think, guys? No. Yeah, it's definitely a cliff there. I think I should check over here. Like basically just sweep this cliff and see. Let's say I'm above it. Looking down, I should see it though. So there's that. Who would have thought it was this hard to find a drone, huh? Dude, this is really steep too, so like on I don't know, on camera wouldn't I have known? I just have a hard time thinking I overshot that much. But, you know, we're here, so may as well gander. Try and find it, obviously. Ow. Yeah, I'm at a, like, that's a sheer drop off to the left. Yeah, so I don't know, let me walk down here just a little bit Don't want to accidentally slide too far or off. That's a baby rattlesnake right there. Do you see him? He's too cold. Ugh. So no, Dern's not over here. And baby rattlesnakes are the ones that are really bad because they can't control their venom. And they'll just wind up pumping you full of everything. And you'll just die. No, now looking back up here, there's no way the Dern's here. This is just like so steep. I would have known better that this is not where that camping site was at. So I need to work back this way, I think. At least I know they haven't woke up yet, so to speak. Tell you what, I don't like that they're freaking camouflaged. I mean, they're already venomous. Be bright red. Everyone will leave you alone. You don't see them until you're like within striking distance, and that's not fun. If they don't want to kill you, they'll rattle, but sometimes it's too freaking late, and if you move, they're just going to think it's a threat. We both surprised each other on that one. When I had to, well, both. That tree was rotten. That last time, you know, last hike, both of those would have been too close. I mean, I was lucky the one time that there was that shelf, and I guess some rocks fell on him, and so he was pissed off and warned, thankfully, because I don't want to mess with that. Hey, there's food over there if you want to eat them. I'm talking to the falcon up there. He's just floating around. I'm like, dude, open your eyes. You're supposed to have such keen eyes. I almost walked on top of one. He's out there on a cliff edge. Perfect for him. Easy. So anyway, yeah, I would have been boned given the circumstances from the last hike. Let's just make sure there's none just chilling out here in the open too. Cool. All right, yeah, my footprints are here still. All right. I definitely have to just start going this way, I think. Could I have possibly, now I'm looking like, next when I was strafing that way back towards the camp is showing me closer. So I don't think I'm on the other side of the switchbacks that we went up. You know, I actually think that it's, you know, in this ballpark. I don't think I'm off that much. But I'm really high up above our site that I was piloting the drone from. And the elevation was pretty good. Even if it's off by 30 meters, I'm too high right now. So, yeah. Well, if I don't recover it, which I really had the expectation I would, at least I tried. And for some reason my socks are like bound up under the arch of my foot. It's kind of irritating the crap out of me walking. When I get back to that little campsite and stuff, I'll reconfigure everything. You guys are good. Yeah, that's definitely I think right over there is where I was like having my lunch at, right down there where can't see him, but there's a falcon hovering like right above where that campfire's at. So I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm gonna work my way down, check in this area and then go back, and then I don't know, maybe make a new game plan, because right now I'm still not finding it. Oh. I thought I'd find it. Sorry. And of course, now having run into two of them, I am definitely slowing down. With my exploration. 2 rattlesnakes again, but I'm hopefully they're still way too cold to move. Ow. What I should have done, take a photo of well, I can't. Never mind. Dumb thought. Thought there were like badgers and stuff that hunted rattlesnakes and stuff. It's like, where are you guys at? I'm not even trying to find them. They're everywhere. Yep. Ooh, slippery. Such a bummer. Guys, it stinks. Let me check there. Shoot! Ooh. Fell. I'm gonna go down there and see if I can look down. Oops. So I know the elevation was pretty good because when I took it off of where I was at, I went straight vertical for a little bit to just see how high or how far away I had to get before you can no longer hear it. And I was about 30 meters. And visually that looked about right. I don't even know if it was meters, I thought it was feet. So because I could see it. Meters, I mean, it'd be a speck. So if that's the case, I mean, it should be pretty close to our site. Well, if this whole time it was just that way, you know? I mean, that's probably the best place to go next, is on the side of the switchbacks. Closer to the camp. I just thought I would hear it, but when I was straight under it, it was 30 feet before you could hear it. You know, anything under 30 feet, you could hear it. But if you're on the side of it, maybe it's significantly quieter because the rotors, you know, the rotor wash is going down. So being directly under it, you would think would be the loudest. So I'm gonna go back around and go to the campsite and basically double back, look in that vicinity for the drone. And after that, I guess just if we don't find it, I don't think I will find it, you know? I'm not a quitter, but I've traversed this whole mountainside for, you know, what will probably be as accumulated amount of time, 2.5 hours, in an area that has a lot of potential danger. So, yeah, if we don't find it, I don't want to keep coming back every couple of weeks when it gets really cold again and look for it, because I mean, we're hoping after a week, not really a week, almost a week of being out here, it'd still be salvageable, but much more than that, dude, I think it would just be a total lost cause. So, yep, loads of fun. Yeah, if the readout was that far off, I mean, who knows where it would be. But I mean, the camera, I thought I was close. Obviously, I thought it was like right where I was at. I don't know. We will see, huh? Oh, man. A lot of rotten, dead shrubs and trees out here. Covered in like a fungus. Whoop. Whoa. It's thick. You know, with how thick this all is, it reminds me of time my fiance and I went down to the Keys for vacation. And we went canoeing and we went to this like mangrove forest. And, you know, we're going through, and I mean, it was like a tunnel almost of mangrove, and you could barely get through there. And so you're like grabbing the branches by hand and just slowly carrying yourself through there. And we were doing that for about 45 minutes, and it was just seemed to be no end in sight. And she was getting a little freaked out and stuff, so she wanted to turn around. I was like, yeah, that's fine. And we started turning around and going back. The whole time, to keep her nerves together, I didn't tell her, but there was a whole bunch of these tiny little crabs about that big on all the branches, and they were falling into the water and stuff. And they were giving me the heebie-jeebies. And eventually she finally saw one, because it was like right in front of her eyes, and she freaked out. I was like, yeah, honey. Those have been everywhere. You have to be really careful. Like, so many times you almost touch them when you're grabbing the branches and stuff. And, you know, they move out of the way. But yeah, you gotta watch out. So yeah, that was a hilarious, tragic, and creepy deepy little thing. You know, luckily they didn't pinch or anything like that, but it was kind of gross. And it was kind of all in vain. There was no payoff. There was supposed to be like an opening for the mangrove where you could like hang out and stuff. But we never made it to that. And so we just turned around. But yeah, she did not like that. I don't blame her. I just kind of suffer in silence a lot of times. And press on. So, anyway. Now. Now, when it's a rattlesnake and he's like right next to me, when they're frozen, I don't care. When they're live and well, you know, yeah, I get freaked out. Do you fault me for that? Ow. Probably should have been wearing my gloves this whole time. They're in my backpack. But I only was intending to wear them when it was snowy or super cold, because I expected it to be snow covered up here. It's not. Clearly. So I haven't been wearing it, but some of these branches and stuff have been like kind of chewing up my knuckles. But too late now. I mean, we're almost back to that little campfire spot. Yeah, so that would be like perfect rattlesnake spot, but there isn't one, thankfully. So, yep. Kind of wonder if that one is still there or not. One that got shot. I doubt it. I figure wildlife will find him soon enough and eat him. Nothing goes to waste, you know? Yep. So, to kind of give you an idea, remember I said those two cliffs I thought would be like where it was at? I thought it would be down and under. We went even below that cliff face there and didn't find it. Done a lot of zigzagging. We went all the way around. I mean, there's a lot more hill, as you know, beyond what we can see here, and that wasn't it. So if it's anywhere, if you know, I'm not just completely incorrect, maybe our only chance is that it's over here. Let's find out. So, I hope you guys have stuck around through all this fiasco, and somehow it was entertaining and enjoyable for you. I appreciate it. I mean, it hasn't been the most fun for me, but if I could get the drone back, I would say, you know, I was grateful, very grateful. We will see. Anyway. Pretty nasty hillside, isn't it? Quite a bit of work going up and down and all around. Oh, there it is. Campfire. Cool. So, I'm gonna take a break real quick, guys, and then I'll get back with you. All right, guys. Took a 5-second little break, change the battery. Not a bad little view, huh? So, all right, let's look over here down, because when I had the control and I was flying it, I went down there trying to see it, because it said it was close, but I couldn't see it. I was looking that way. Because I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is down in here somewhere. It's worth a shot, right? I've tried everything else. Yeah. So, and when I find it, I'm gonna come back up here, a little campfire, and join my gator and my monster. Oh, that's a root. Monster. Tell you what, man, everything looks like a rattlesnake sometimes. And yeah, enjoy myself, relax a little bit, and then begin my hike back. I don't know what time it is, but I imagine it's nowhere near noon. I think it's probably 11. So I've only been down this way once, so you know, I don't know where the hot spots are for rattlesnakes, so I'm like, you know, checking. Because they could be sunbathing and stuff. Trying to get comfy. All right, so 2 shelves is what I saw on the camera before it crashed. And so I'm gonna get down a little lower and then kind of give you perspective. So as you see, there's these big evergreens that block your view. So that's why I strafed to the right, because I thought I was looking at these, and I moved over here, over that way. And when I got down here and I looked on it again, because I like kind of hustled down here, it was crashed. So I thought I was misunderstanding and I was over there, but with how much we looked over there, I think we have to just try and look this way. You know, what else is there? So, yep, let's just look around. Yeah. There's an awful lot of scat out here too. I really wonder what kind of wildlife for mammals that are decent sized are around here. I mean, there is elk hunting, and there's like extreme rare cases of moose as well, but they're both pretty rare. I highly doubt that is elk droppings. Certainly not a moose, because a moose is huge. I mean, they're about as heavy as a cow and they're taller than a horse. So I really don't expect it to have droppings of that size. Okay, so I see that there, and then there's a shelf here. Let's look around here. Maybe I've been looking in the wrong place this whole time. Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, not... I'll take anything at this time. I mean, it is gray in color. I thought it would stick out a little bit. I don't know. And it's one of those quadcopters. So it's got, you know, the 4 propellers and stuff. It's about this big when it's folded up, but when it's expanded, it's about, you know, a foot square. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Lot. You see all that scat? I mean, what hangs out here? feel pretty safe near the campfire spot because, I mean, you would imagine it's used somewhat regularly. I pee there regularly. Well, the last couple times I've been here. So you'd think, you know, snakes would be like, maybe I don't hang out here. Who knows? I don't know. I want to find my drone today. Ugh. Rock went out from under me. Yeah. It would really suck if it was over there. I think it'd be easier to traverse, but geez Louise. I mean, traverse as in like it's not as thick, so you should be able to spot it faster, but it is pretty steep. I'd be doing it on all fours, I'm pretty sure. That big crow's back. He's talking a lot. Oh, there's two of them. I hear them talking to each other. Gosh, man, they're carrying on a lot. So, like, I don't know, is it in this foliage here? So, I don't know. Okay, here's a shelf right here. There's two shelves. I don't know. I've been thinking I was close to finding it so many times. I don't know what to think anymore. Just looking out for snake. Yep, like that. God darn it. He's frozen too, but that's 3 today. Ha. There is a good breeze, and it's a cold breeze, so that might be helping to prevent them from waking up. I was close to him though. If he was active, that would have been really bad. On All Trails, I did a review of this. I was like, yeah, saw 2 rattlesnakes and I lost my drone. 3 out of 5 stars. Might update and say, I've seen like 6 rattlesnakes now. Hopefully I found my drone. This is pretty low. you know? So, I mean, how much further down do I go until I say it's not here and I try and look somewhere else? You know, with the battery being bad, who knows if it actually has a proper readout of where it's at. I do think I'm going to go that way though on my way back up and see if I come across it that way. If I don't, take a break and go back, and that'll be the end of the video. Ugh. Thing is, the one rattlesnake I saw the other day that met its end, it was a big one. All these have been young ones, it looks like, which might explain why they're dumb and freezing to death. But that also makes them very dangerous, but luckily right now they're not active. I mean, they're all dangerous, extremely dangerous, but everyone always says it's the really little ones that are like extremely venomous. Those crows are still carrying on a lot. They must be having fun watching me making fun of me. Is it crows or ravens they say are actually very intelligent? Ow! I got bark in my eye from a stick. Ow, that hit me in the junk. Da 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 da. I'm expecting to see one sunbathing around here somewhere. trying to warm up. Oh, there's like berries growing on this plant here. They're blue, they're tiny. Don't think they're blueberries. And you don't eat wild plants and fruit if you don't know what the heck it is. One thing that would be good about hiking sticks might be like snake removal or whatever. I don't use them, but if you had to go a certain direction and he was blocking your path, maybe, you know, toss him off the side. Yeah, not to his doom, but getting him away so he can keep going. I don't know. Just a thought. Oh, I got sap on my hand. That's always annoying. What do you think of that big boulder right there? Pretty? The mountain right there is not bad, huh? Okay. More scat. Whatever animal likes it up here, man, he must go a lot. Oh, there's barbed wire up here. What in the world? I was not expecting to see barbed wire. Huh, you see? That's old. Real old. What kind of animals do you have up here? I wouldn't mind this kind of terrain if it didn't have, you know, venomous creatures on it. I could handle it easy. But it makes for slow moving because they have so many hiding spaces, you know. Really complicates things. I'm gonna take a little sip from my water. Hopefully it doesn't spill everywhere again. So, yeah, I don't know. Guess if I was really feeling my Wheaties, I could try that mountain side. If this is a bust. Just looking out for my snakes. Makes it really hard to look for a drone when you're so concerned about your footing. You're not looking up as much, you know? It is still cool, but I would say it's in the 50s. It's not below 50, so that's a concern of mine, clearly. This snake's becoming active. No, I am not having fun if you're wondering. Nope, nope. Actually, it's getting a little cooler, it feels like, unless it's just the breeze, you know. I'm on this side of the mountain, so there's a stronger breeze. I think that's an animal den. Not really worried about being attacked by a mammal out here, but yeah. All right. Start walking up. More of this stuff. Oh. Yeah, I hear you. That one's active. All right. Go back to the campground. I don't know if you guys heard him. He's right in that big rock I've been walking around. He's still rattling. At least I know he's there. Jesus Christ. So it's warm enough now for them to be active. Maybe the other ones just froze to death. I don't know. My heart is pounding. Sorry for squealing like a girl again. I really couldn't move from where I was. That was not fun. I wish they would rattle way before you're like 3 feet away. They did it when you're like 10. It'd be real easy to just stay clear, and if you just kept rattling, you'd be like, oh, all right, he's there, you know, and you feel safe. But he's in there. He was like, I guess, on top of that shelf, and he slithered back under because there's a crack. But I was coming straight past there because there's like a little deer path or something. And I was going to come right up, and I was grabbing onto branches near there, and I swear I must have been within 18 inches. Thankfully, he was a bigger guy, and I don't know, maybe he like rattled. He didn't strike me. That's the thing. That's what I'm grateful for. This sucks though. And I said, I thought that would be a perfect place as a den for an animal. Not for a rattlesnake necessarily, but there was a small crack that I guess he lives in. And that makes sense that he would hide in there. But I was pretty convinced there would be a mammal that would claim that as his place and would have eaten him or whatever. I haven't found my drone yet. So, I don't know. That was close. I'm done once I get back to the campsite. Jeez. Says my heart beats 71 beats per minute. It has certainly calmed down, but it wasn't a second ago. Yeah, that was not fun. That scared me quite a bit, as you could tell. Oh, man. No drone to be seen. Thing is, he heard me talking for a while. Yeah, he just chilled there. I really would have thought he would have, because it took me a couple minutes to walk around that big boulder. You'd think he'd be like, oh, he's coming this way, I'll just clear out. Nah. Maybe he was too lethargic? I don't know. It wasn't too lethargic to rattle at me. None of the other ones have. I think that makes 4 so far today. 1 quite active. So yeah, that did not I did not want that. That's why I came when it was cold. You know, I had no intention of coming back up here if they were active. I kind of feel like I was very lucky to get out of here scot-free last time with how many there were. There's been a lot, but I've been keeping it kind of cool because it looked like they were all just hibernating, so to speak. That was not cool. More scat there. That looks more like a deer dropping. Yeah. Yep. And these rocks just, I mean, they're perfectly blended into this environment, and that's not fun for me because everything looks like one. Get the heck out of here. That's all I want to do. Slow traveling, huh? A lot of big scat again. I don't know what it is that hangs out up here. But he's up here a lot. I'm just so slow now because I'm looking everywhere 2 or 3 times, you know? Ow. I'm very excited to be done with this and never come up this trail again, or at least jump off the trail, because on the trail is fine, but once you start getting off into this stuff, you're definitely in their area. I don't want to be. See how, like, there's that big boulder right there? That's kind of where that last guy was at, so I don't know. I don't want any problems. I might give it a wide berth just in case there is one there. better believe I am like scanning a lot. Uh, yeah. Just scanning a lot, guys. I don't like where I'm at right now. I really don't want any of these critters getting me, obviously. Just double and triple checking everything. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. I get quiet when I'm spooked. Yeah. I mean, I'm not happy where I'm at. So, yeah. I have no signs of my drone. Oh. Well, just keep going. It's thinning out a bit, which gives me greater, perspective of what's ahead of me. So, and with me going uphill, I can see under rocks and stuff, and that really makes me feel a lot better. And so yeah, I'm gonna be talking more now and moving faster. I have a fear it was all in vain, though, that the drone's a guaranteed loss now. But we tried. It's a nice day out, at least. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Okay. Better believe my eyes are peeled. I'm looking a lot. Trying to avoid at all costs a surprise. I don't like them. So, above me, there's a lot of rocks and stuff. That just seems to be like a perfect snake spot. So I'm gonna go over, try to avoid it. It's just, I don't have a lot of options for good footing and stuff. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't think the drone's gonna show itself. Yeah. Ow, my foot hurts. Those socks are really, curled up like right in my arch. And it's definitely affecting my comfort. Yeah, it's warming up. I need to get out of here as safely as I can. Back to the trail. I'll turn you guys off, end it there, and then, yeah, do the normal hike back to the car. But I think it's a wash. It's such a bummer. So the insects are out, kind of doing their crickety sounds and stuff. And that for me tells me it's getting kind of warm. So obviously that means more chances of run-ins with snakes. So I am really trying to get back. I just can't. That's really thick over there. I can't go too fast. All right. I think right up here is the campsite. Huh. The heck is that bird? Right there. By that rock? A bird? Mammal? It's bizarre. I've never seen anything like it. Looks like he's got a tail there. And you know how birds will like roll up in themselves? Maybe like that. He's gonna scare the crap out of me when he moves. I know that. Because I'm on edge and looking for rattlesnakes. Yeah, it's a bird for sure. Right there. For all I know, he got bit and he's dead. It's weird. Or that guy was hunting. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's a game bird and that was shot and he couldn't find it. I don't know. Yeah, that's definitely a bird. You can kind of see his breast and his wing. Just can't see his face. But with all the noise I'm making, you'd think he'd get out of here. So I don't know what his deal is. Oh, got a little lizard running away. Well, dude, keep running that way and clear the path for me. Make sure there's no snakes. Alright, I'm back on my trail. The way I came down. Go back up. Thought I saw one. I think it was further down was where I saw the one that was like asleep and stuff. Coming back up, I should be, able to see stuff better. I'm so ready to be done. Yep. Oh. Sorry. Oh, there it is. That's the campfire right there. It's so thick over there, there's no way to get in there. Well, it's nice to be out of there. But, I don't know. Alright guys, I'm going to put the camera on a tripod and talk to you for a little bit and then we'll end it, okay? Hold on. Well guys, I figured I'd record this on a tripod looking at this nice view as I talk to you. I think this is the last time I'm going to ever try to find this drone. It's just too dangerous up here. I had a long time out there looking for it. I went to places, you know, that I thought it could be at. I went over really harsh terrain to do it. And I came across so many rattlesnakes. Luckily, I found most of them early enough in the day to where they're still frozen. But it's just getting too risky. The last one was huge and I was very close to him. He could have probably almost struck my hand. It was so close. Luckily he didn't and I was able to avoid him. It's getting really hairy. I had hoped that the cold weather, maybe even a frosting or a snow, would kind of highlight where the drone is at. At this point, I can't even confidently say I have a hunch where it's at this anymore. I had such a theory it was pretty close and that it was over at those two cliff faces, and it wasn't. Then I thought maybe it was just below me near the campsite. I went down there and it wasn't there either. It's just simply way too thick. Going back towards the valley, with anywhere off of those switchbacks, like I had hoped to go up that side of the mountain, but it was just way too cluttered with all these bushes and stuff. So I think I'm just gonna have to call it that it's lost forever and just start, you know, putting my pennies in a jar until I can buy another one. I hope this video wasn't a giant waste to you guys. That hike was certainly fun and exciting when it was cold and there were, you know, no active snakes. And I was like climbing up the cliff faces and stuff. I enjoyed that, but the rest of this has just been, you know, the last hour or so probably wasn't good for watching. It wasn't good for me. It was just a lot. It wasn't fun at all. So I don't know, guys. I'm gonna go home and obviously shower and stuff like that, and then try to get these videos starting to be uploaded finally. Got a lot of videos to show. It's exciting for that. I'm gonna definitely stay on trails in areas that seem to be perfect rattlesnake territory, obviously, from now on, and avoid them like the plague. But I thank you for being, an audience member. Please like and subscribe, comment. I check the comments regularly, so hopefully I can respond back to you if you have any questions. And if there's anybody you think might enjoy, hiking videos or gear reviews, let me share it with them, because I enjoy it. It's a nice excuse for me to get out. Hopefully you enjoy listening to me ramble on. You enjoy some of the scenery we have out here. And yeah, I'm just hoping for in the future my viewer base to grow, and hopefully get to show you guys some really cool stuff. And thank you guys for just being so cool so far with me. So, all right, this has been Andrew Talks, and yeah, thanks for stopping by today, guys. All right, bye.